Hello and welcome to STRIKER9 Ultra. This is Chris Conundro, the creator of this system, in addition to the other binary option systems on this site. STRIKER9 is a stock binary options trading system. That means we focus on stocks, particularly the more active stocks like Google and Apple, but there are more stocks that have been coming into the fold. And STRIKER9 Ultra in particular has been able to handle pretty much any stock. The performance will vary, of course, between the different stocks that have different characters. So you'll want to get this system and try it out on different stocks. You may find one that I haven't looked at yet that may perform even better. You can diversify between different stocks. You can do whatever you want with this system. You can, try it out on other instruments. It's very versatile. Speaking of versatile, it's also very powerful. That's why we've called it an Ultra. Our system classifications go from light to mid to pro. Pro is a full-time system, which is plenty strong. Then Ultra is just getting a little ridiculous. Okay, trading $500 trade size, netting out $4,000 in a day. That's just pretty dang good. So by any standards, right? So, anyways, so let's just take a look at the system, and I'll describe it somewhat. You can read some more on this page, but ultimately this is a binary option system. We look to trade 30-minute binary options, which are widespread. There's so many different offerings on binary options brokers these days. So it's a departure from the old 60-minute binary options that are on the other STRIKER9 systems, and we just simply look to trade a system, and trading a system means that we just take this system, we see the rules, we do the rules. When the trade pops up, we click the button, buy a call, buy a put, and that's as far as we go in terms of our involvement and our thinking. We're not trying to optimize for are we in trend? Are we in, what's the stochastic? What's the MACD looking like? We're not trying to optimize anything. We're not trying to pick and choose what trade is better. If you do, you don't have a system anymore, and you've gotten closer towards winging it again. And you know how well winging it has worked for you in the past, right? So, look, the marketplace is very tough. It is designed to be that way. Why? Because the marketplace isn't, trading the underlying marketplace isn't trading air. It's not trading make-believe money. It's trading real money, and it's about people looking to make a profit. But where does the money come from? Well, someone's profit comes from someone else's loss, okay? Or someone else's infusion of capital to the market, and maybe they didn't take a loss yet. But it's a big exchange. The money has to come from somewhere. It's very competitive. So my point is that the price action is not going to be easy for you to follow in your, let me put it this way, in your standard human thinking, right? You need something extra. You need something systematic, borderline robotic. All right, now, programming trading systems is another ball game because there's so many extra little variables. But you can keep a simple mind and hit the button. Okay, remember, these are binary options, so we don't have to watch the trade. We just need to hit the button, call, put, and get in. So I want to tell you up front how to be successful in binary options trading, in day trading in general, and particularly with this system, so you know what to expect and so you don't go off on the wrong foot. You know, so it's really easy to want to only win all the time, right? Right? So we can't do that. We can't screw around like that. We have to treat this seriously, and any serious business will have cost. In our case, cost is a loss, right? So we need to treat this seriously and fair. We want to treat it as a real business, and we want to net out a profit. So we have to do the deals. Now, you know, when I say do the deals, I mean you do all the deals. You don't pick and choose, right? Okay, I think that point's clear. Now, also, you don't have to trade all day. This track record you see below is for all day, and I'll go over that track record in a second. But this is for all day, but you can just take a 2 to 3 hour window, for example, and just focus on that. Which 2 to 3 hour window? It doesn't matter. You just pick a 2 or 3 hour window, but what you do is you stay with the same 2 or 3 hour window. That's your period. That's your sampling. That's you know, if you stay consistent with it, then you can have the systematic results, which can be, you know, far better than winging it, right? So stay systematic, and you keep your money, you keep your position sizing even. You stick to your money management system, which we give you a core training video on that. So you got to. It's just how it is. You know, look, I've fooled around a lot, and particularly in my youth, and I've done all sorts of crazy tests and experiments. If you try to go and make money too quickly, you will be punished. Okay. It's just, I think it's in the Proverbs in the Bible, okay? So, you know, don't try to make money too quickly. And that's an emotional state. It's kind of, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing if anyone is looking inside your brain or your heart or whatever. And you can't try to make money too quickly. You can make a lot of money and a fortune over time, okay? But you have to stay even and even-keeled and systematic, and yes, it's not as exciting as going for the jugular on this one magic trade, but that's just how things work out, and that's kind of how things work out in life if you want to get philosophical. So let's look at the track record and wrap this presentation up. I just want to present you about what this is, and I think you're going to like it. Okay, I picked a couple stocks just as a performance sampling. You can always check the site, see if we added more to it. But it's just the same thing. So we picked Google this time instead of Apple. You know, I think Apple's, you know, some brokers have shied away from Apple, like they're trying to hide the stock, or because I've gotten so many people on Apple that these brokers aren't making any money off Apple, right? So good job out there, guys. Okay, but anyways, let's spread it out. Don't be too hard on these brokers now. So you know, spread it out over different stocks. Google, I just took Google and a little bit of Facebook and a little bit of Goldman Sachs. All right. So what I want you to look at here, and I'm trying to how do I do this? All right, so, oops. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's annoying. All right, I'm trying to get the whole thing in this video. This square here. Anyways, you can see win, loss, blah, 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 all that stuff. Okay. Then, you know, let's look over here. You know, win to loss. You can see here. All right. So it's fairly consistent. You'll go through phases where it's a little more erratic price action. So look at this. And I tell you, day trading, you know, there'll even be a whole month where the price action is just kind of stodgy, and you know, there's no conviction, there's no follow through, and that'll depend on each stock story, what it's going through, what it's not. It's just almost random in that regard. So my point is that you can't get down when something's been performing for a while if it's gone crappy for a week or two in terms or less productive, because I've seen students do that, and I understand. You know, I've felt that. You know, of course. So, but you know, in comparison, look here. You see more losses, right? versus over here. Okay, so it's going to ebb and flow. So this over here probably was more excited. The stock was more excited moving around, with the smaller loss days, and it will go in flow. Let's say maybe this is a good swing week, okay, and so maybe there are a lot of traders that have are really excited and there's a lot of conviction. So, anyways, so win total, loss total. This is based off of $500 trade, a $2,500 trade, and a $5,000 trade. You can see here. All right. So this is based off of a 70% win. Okay, and this is based off of a $500 loss. Okay, a total loss of the $500 position. 100%. I should say 100% loss. Okay, 70% win, 100% loss. And so what this means is that it's pretty fair out there, because there's a lot of brokers that give you 75, 85% on Google, and so but 70% is just pretty fair. And then also anything that was borderline, then it was in terms of system results, it was counted as a loss. All right, so we favor loss because, hey, when we're trading this ourselves, we don't want any funny calculations. So to show up later, right? So we want. We make these systems for ourselves. So so keep that in mind so you can feel better about it. And we want to know how the system really does, and then if it's acting a certain way, then that maybe we think we can improve, then we want to know what the exact results are so we can change something to improve it, right? So anyways, this system, here's the average, here's the monthly total, okay, for the month of May here. This is the monthly total based on $500 position sizes. And so I didn't, forgot to add those up over here. You can, multiply this times 5 to get 2,500, right? And then multiply this times 10 to get the $5,000 position. So that would be $930,000 in a month, right? Wow, $934,000. Right? I didn't realize myself. Okay, maybe I ought to increase the price on this. So, anyways, here's the daily average. All right, that's butt kicking, $4,200. And also, let me throw this in there. For those of you who think maybe STRIKER9 is a little challenging at times to try to keep up with it, this system is has a totally different mechanism, and it's easy to see. All right, it's easy to spot, and there's no there's no real work in real time, so you're going to be really excited about this. You STRIKER9 folks, you're going to love this. Okay, STRIKER9 Pro, I should say. These are all STRIKER9s. So STRIKER9 Pro folks, you're going to like this system, and I have a feeling those of you who are successful, I think you're going to be able to, I can't make you any promises, but if you can make a $4,000 a day average, as seen here, by trading consistently, if that happens for you, then you're going to cover the price of this course really quick, aren't you? These are just $500 trades. All right, so then we have Facebook here. Facebook, in contrast, it doesn't move around as much. Okay, it's just it just doesn't move around as much. You can go look at it. So there's less activity. Of course, it would be better to have a bigger sample than maybe we'll work on that. This is Goldman Sachs. All right, sorry you can't see that there. So see FB and then GS over here. That is this has come back up to a $3,200 average a day. This is a $2,200 average a day. So that's pretty dang good. But Goldman Sachs is it's a decent mover intraday, decent mover, and it depends on your broker. Different brokers are offering different things, but that's pretty smoking. Anyways, so what are you going to do? Well, you need to make a decision. You need to decide, oh, can I do this? And I would say, with the entry mechanism and the ability to see the entry, all right, I think that a young teenager could make a killing on this. Even I don't even know what a teenager. What's a teenager? You kind of like 11-year-old a teenager? Okay, yeah. So that it's pretty simple, okay, and it's easy to see. So you need to decide, okay, can you do this? Yes. Why not? You just need to form a new habit of trading this right. That's it. How long does that take? Well, trade small for a few weeks until you can prove yourself consistent, and then that's how you form a success habit. So can you make these numbers? Well, I can't promise you future returns. You know how it goes with the markets. You're not allowed to say that, right? But hey, we are taking a chance on a method, just as I am taking a chance when I trade my own methods, that the past results could possibly give us something similar in the future as results. Although, as the disclaimer goes, it's not guaranteed. All right, I just got to throw that in there. But some people out there, they don't understand the markets, right? So you got to remember. So, but our best bet is to trade something that has worked consistently well in the past, and see if it can have a similar behavior. We're not looking to trade in one day and say, oh, did this work or not? The question is also, did you actually work it correctly? And but you'll be able to tell. If you screw up, you can go look back at the day and see what's good or bad. But can you do it? I would say, yeah, unless you can't sit there for a few hours a day. This system here, this performance record is based off of the whole day. 6 hours, and you can again trade 2 or 3 hours, and that's fine. So you can even look at the track record, see if there's any category where there's more wins at a certain time versus losses. It's pretty well spread out. So what if you just woke up at, let's say you partied all night till 5 a.m. and you woke up at maybe noon or 1, and then took a shower, got some breakfast, then decided to trade from 2 to 4. I don't know. Do whatever you want. Move to Vegas. Wake up really late. So, anyways, can you do it? I would say, why not? Why couldn't you do it? Then, also, can you afford it? Well, it's a toss-up. If you're a binary trader, all right, and how much are you making and losing? Are you actually progressing, and are you having results even anywhere close to this? Then, if not, then you may want to take a chance on the system. Buying the system is basically like you taking a chance on your next trade. Okay, so hey, you never know until you try. All right. And so, most of you out there know that I make some good, solid stuff, and I've been improving. So that's even better. I've got a lot of other systems coming out as well, and so you could probably feel pretty good about buying the system. So it's a matter of, hey, am I willing to go for it in life? Sometimes you're not going to get the great things in life unless you go for it, and I'm sure you can apply that to many things. So I think that you need to think make the decision, add up your pluses and minuses, contact us with any questions, and if the pluses stack up, then go for it and don't be a wimp. All right, and I think you are going to be extremely happy with STRIKER9 Ultra, and I think that you will be able to trade this pretty easily. And I'm talking in terms of mechanics and response to price action throughout the day. So anyways, if this is for you, which I think it is, then go for it. I think it's for you if you want to, if you want to go for it. If you want to up the ante and have the possibility of, $4,000 a day average. So that's about it, and contact us with any questions. Hey, I tried to give you good stuff, so I hope that I can help. All right, thanks. This is Chris Conundro.